Hello and welcome to a very special episode of Answer Reviews Figurines, guys. Today we have a very important set here, okay? So this is the oldest figurine that I have and the most valuable one I have. So this set here I got for about $600, which I still think is quite cheap for, Tetsujin figurines, because these are quite old. There's not many of them left, especially if you're going after the good quality ones. This is like what you would call the mid-range Tetsujin figurines, because the one Tetsujin figurine that everybody wants to have is the Godaikin version. But that one is just huge and extremely expensive and rare. Like, you would have to pay in the neighborhood of thousands of dollars to get that one, okay? Like, that one is actually insane. Tetsujin is a very old anime. This one is the refresh anime that ran in the 80s. I really liked this one. This is the one that I grew up with. I know Tetsujin's technically been there since the 1950s, guys. But yeah, I haven't watched like the original animation. There's another anime that's also the like a reboot, but I didn't like it. Anyway, so this set here is the Tetsujin Nijūhachi-gō versus the Blackhawks. That was a little bit racist, wasn't it? But yeah, it's essentially Blackhawks and Tetsujin in one package, right? And you get all the little tiny doodads. Okay, so yeah, let's check out the box. The box is quite fancy. I'm not sure when this was made. Probably early 2000s, I would say, or like near 2010. Essentially, so on the back of the box it says you get Tetsujin 28, you get Blackhawks. Yeah, say that 3 times as fast and you're not gonna like what you hear. You get the display stands for both of them. You get an interchangeable face for Blackhawks. He can remove his face. You also get the little controller Shotaro uses in the anime. Shotaro uses in the anime. He has his little hovercraft thing. Then bootleg C-3PO, probably the original C-3PO, to be fair. A little tiny minifigurine of Shotaro. And yeah, it essentially tells you that you can do a bunch of things in terms of posing, and his rocket boosters do blah blah blah, right? And then you have your typical Japanese word warnings, because yeah, this is obviously a Japanese import. Without any further ado, let's actually get into this box. I'm gonna be extra careful with removing the items from here because obviously I paid quite a lot and not a lot of these going on. Quite sought after, and I just don't want to damage anything. The very first thing we see is the accessories, as you can see, guys. So yeah, you see the controller I talked about, and then a bunch of different hand types for Tetsujin. You might know him as Gigantor, by the way, if you watch the Western version of the anime. And the Blackhawks hands. You have also the little C-3PO. I'll show them to you in better clarity soonish. And then you have 2 different Shotaros. I believe this is the one that's meant to be sitting in the shuttle. They're so tiny. Dude, these are definitely the new tiniest figurines on the channel. Some sort of manual, I believe. What is that? It's in Japanese. I have no clue what this actually says. But it says data research. I believe this is some sort of survey. Inside of here is probably some sort of manual. What is this black box? Oh, black. Did I say black box? God dang it. I meant to say white box. It's 2 a.m. guys. Just don't blame me. I've been filming quite a lot of videos today. It's a little bit difficult to focus. Right, so I managed to open this white box. Let's see what's inside. Oh, I think I know what this is. These are the 2 stands. This one here. This is the Tetsujin Nijūhachi-gō, Tetsujin 28. And then you have... deep in there, holy shit. Thank you for useless piece of cardboard. But yeah, these come from an era back when toys / what is... what? There's a divider. But these... come out. These come from an era, and this should say Blackhawks on it. Yeah, Blackhawks. These come from an era, guys, when toys, figurines, whatever you want to call them, were actually way higher quality. Yes, the price right now is insane, but back then they were quite reasonable. But yeah, so here we see a cardboard I like the packaging. I like how they actually put quite a lot of effort into securing the figurines, because they really do care about them. So I managed to pry it open, and this is how they're packaged inside. I really like this packaging, guys. They actually take so much care in making sure that none of these figurines actually get damaged during shipping. And look at that, there's like even a plastic cover to just keep the guy in place. I love the really tiny things about the packaging here. Let me pull out the main boy first. Oh, god dang it. Oh, he's heavy. Oh, he is heavy. Lord Jesus. This is the main man, Tetsujin himself. I like how they wrapped him in plastic for extra protection so that it doesn't actually react with the I don't remember the word. The white fucking foam. I don't remember what it's called. So his head swivels around. Oh, he also has thigh protection for some reason. Why did they give him thigh protection? I unpackage his thighs and I'll set him aside for now, guys. So here we can see Tetsujin Nijūhachi-gō's jetpack. You see the second head that you get for Blackhawks. You also see second head for Tetsujin. I'll show you these guys. Here we have our boy, the Blackhawks. He's lighter than Tetsujin, and he does not have thigh protection. Why does Tetsujin have thigh protection and Blackhawks doesn't? Blackhawks seems to be mostly die-cast. I feel some plastic bits here around the legs. Yeah, there's some plasticky bits here. This is, yeah, the upper body is all of it is metal. His shoulder clicks into many different positions. You can make him flying, blah blah blah, all of that. Really like how the actual like technology held up over the years. Double jointed elbows here, so you can do a bunch of gnarly things with him. There is some swivel to him. I think you can go 360. Yes, you can. I'm not sure why they would choose to let you move around the head, because as you see, when you move it, it kind of breaks the line. So for photography people, it just wouldn't work. But I guess yeah, you can make poses and whatnot, but I just think it looks ugly when the head pops out like that. Feet are quite a bit lighter than the body, so all of his heft is up here. I don't know how steady he will be able to stand up on his own. There's quite a bit of range of motion in his feet. Can I pull down his leg? Yeah. You can pull down his legs like that, like I just did. His little pee-pee pops down, guys, and then his legs pop up for even more like freedom of movement and all of that. Let's do the does he stand up on his own test. A little bit afraid here, guys, because you know, $600 in my hands right now. He does stand up on his own, but I will give this the same amount I gave to the Grande figurine. This would be probably like a 5 out of 10. His center of gravity is quite high up because he's top heavy, so it's really easy to tip him over. So yeah, I do not suggest you try to make him stand without his stand. Does it just... Oh, it's a magnet. Oh, that is amazing. They had magnets back in 2008, eh? I don't know why I'm amazed by the fact that they have magnets. Okay, so I know these wings... Don't you scare me, what happened? Yeah, the jetpack comes like that with the wings inside, okay? Once you put it on his back, do you see that? The wings are meant to pop out. This one didn't, but yeah, I just helped it there. Again, double jointed. You can do a bunch of stuff with that. Okay, his head, same thing we had on the Blackhawks head. None of that actually moves. This is an excellent paint job. By the way, he is full die-cast metal. This guy is actually just full on iron. His whole body is just fucking iron. Like, I don't know if it's iron or not. I'm just saying it's metal. Like, it's fully metal. This is so heavy, you could kill somebody with this. Like, for real. I think it can go a little bit lower, can it? His PP, can it go down even more? Oh my god, what? You guys, you aren't actually expecting me to fucking pull that down, are you? Bandai. The people in the comments are like, what are you doing? This is an antique, you're breaking it. You just gotta have to trust me on this one. It does pull out more, but like, it's so old, I'm afraid that if I actually like try to pull it out, he's gotta fall apart. Even though he's quite sturdy, but you can see that with aging, his arms are becoming a little bit more flaily. The rivers are not as tight as they used to be. But it's still pretty good. Still holds its shape. Yeah, you see that? A little bit of a flail, but yeah, that's 100% just the age of the toy, guys. One of the most high quality replicas you can get. That's why it's so respected. And obviously, he has collapsible shins. So his collapsible shins let him do some gnarly stuff like that. What's the difference between the two Tetsujin heads? Like, I know the Blackhawks head has a removable face shell. This is the head that you could use for flying, guys. I figured it out. His tomahawk goes back like that, and then his face goes up there. Looks really slick. You would put this if you're trying to make him fly, boys. So now we have a Headless Tetsujin put on his head. This is so nerve-wracking, guys. Okay, yeah, so it doesn't require a lot of pressure, guys, but just make sure you line up that black box with the actual head. This guy was the original Iron Giant, guys. Tetsujin literally means Iron Giant. Do you know that we call it cartoon you watched as a kid, the Iron Giant? It was inspired by Tetsujin. This is your classical Tetsujin from the intro, from the anime. He flies like this. Akumaga machi wo nerateru. Something, something, I don't remember. Nerateru. Sukudan, taratan, tan, tan, something, something. Yudan wasuru na. Mechanical switch on. Hammer punchy. Tatakae Tetsujin. Iron fighter. Sora da. Umida. I'm going fanboy crazy about this, guys. I'm not even singing the Arabic version of the song because the first time I watched this anime was in Arabic. One more thing, guys. Tetsujin, since he's full diecast metal, he can stand on his own quite well compared to Blackhawks. At $600, obviously, I'll not let him stand on his own. But, you know, like, just for all intents and purposes, he's quite sturdy on his feet. Let's move on to the Blackhawks Face, guys. Some of you in the comments are definitely gonna be like, oh my god, he said Blackhawks. Oh my god. Answer said the bad word. He said Blackhawks. Does his mouth move? Oh my god. His mouth moves! Holy shit! Attention to detail, guys. His mouth fully moves. Look at that. You can close it. You can open it. You can close it. Yeah, so Blackhawks right now is ready to accept Blackhawks. Okay, I'm sorry. Probably more Bluehawks because, you know, Tetsujin fucks him up. The neat thing about them having the same, like, physical mechanic to put them on is that, can I actually make Tetsujin Blackhawks type of... Let's see if it clips on. Oh, yep, it clicks on and fits like a glove, boys. We have Tetsujin Burako Oxo, and I'm pretty sure the same is gonna go to all the hands. I guess you can mix and match the hands, and you can make your own Tetsujin Blackhawks hybrid, which is 100%, 1000%, 1,000,000% a sin in this community, guys. You do not want to do that. If I come to your house and you have a Tetsujin Blackhawks hybrid, I'll be like, why? Why can't you just admire them on their own? Why do you have to mix them up? I'll be that type of fanboy. Alright, alright, alright. So now we have Face Risu. Tetsujin Nijūhachi, oh god dang it, Blackhawk. We're gonna start with the face of mascot going on to Blackhawk. This is so hard with the gloves on, guys. You cannot imagine. Clip on, you motherfucker. Oh, hey, wait. Does he still have a moving mouth? Apparently, you can't actually move his mouth, even though it feels like it's movable, but I couldn't actually get it to move. Yeah, you're stuck with it like this, so I guess that's the trade-off. You can remove his face, but the mouth, it does not move. That's where he's meant to be standing, and then you see these things. Those are the Blackhawks. This joke is getting so lame, I swear. Oh my god. I cannot for the life of me make this motherfucker stand. Just stand. Not really good at standing on his own. Not even on a goddamn stand. Okay, so this is Tetsujin Nijūhachi-gō stand. This guy is gonna stand on his own because he's a goddamn champ. Yeah, look at that. This guy stands. The other one doesn't. This is a very bait way of making him stand. Obviously, it's better than just letting him stand on his own, but it's still a little bit risque, as you can see here, guys. You don't want to have it standing out like this if you have cats in your house, which I do. You either want to put it on a really high shelf, guys, or just put it back into the box. So the last few things that we have here are Shotaro's controller. You can open it like that. Looks very nice. You can get the carry handle out like that. You can get these antennas out, boys. Just like that. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, pew. Command center. My name is Shotaro and I'm commanding Tetsujin Nijūhachi-gō. The automobile. The tiny, what do you call it, hovercraft thing. as you may see. It says 28 on it, and really good paint job, especially for such a fucking tiny thing, guys. They really did go all out. So as you can see, I managed to fit in tiny little Shotaro inside of his hovercraft. We'll put him right next to Tetsujin on the stand, boys, once we're done. Next up, we have this tiny Shotaro using this controller that he's sitting on. Obviously, the paint job here is not as good, but guys, it's so tiny. This is my finger. Green 3PO. I don't actually remember what this guy's name was. It looks really dope. The details on that are insane. Size wise, I would say they're a tiny little bit shorter than your typical 500 milliliter water bottle. Thank you for coming out to this review of Tetsujin and Blackhawks. This is the GX44, I believe. A really good cope if you like Tetsujin and like you don't know what to buy. This is probably one of the better figurines you can actually get in terms of like looks, accuracy, costs, all of that factored in. This is probably one of the best things you can get. Plus you get 2 figurines, guys. You get 2 figurines for the price of 1 instead of just buying one of them for 600 bucks. Leave a like down below if you liked the video. Dislike the video if you hated it. And tell me down below what you thought of all of this and what other figurines you would like me to review. And yeah, just give me your honest opinion on what you thought of this. This is very special and near and dear to me. So this video is gonna have quite a bit of effort put into it. Have a good rest of your day and later. What is this black box?